Aren't there some organs or tissues that you can donate while you're still living, like kidneys?
Yes.
Okay, so you do often hear about when they're looking for someone who can be a match for a kidney, and complete strangers will make a donation of their kidney, and then, of course, they become connected for life and make new friends or family members almost because they have given of themselves to help save someone else's life. So it doesn't always mean that someone has to pass away to be a donor. You can be a donor while you are living.
Yeah, of course. So of the total organ donors last year, there was over 21,000. So 6,000 of them were actually living donors. You find out everything on the donatelifeflorida.org website, but there's a certain thing because a lot of times people are donating to their family member, but sometimes you're not a match. I know a family, it's just the cutest story. The wife wasn't a match with her husband. She actually works at Legacy. This is how you know that these organizations are really doing everything. I mean, even their own staff believes in what they're doing. She wasn't a match for her husband, so she went into a match system where they match you with other families who have family members that they don't match with. So if you match with their family member and they match with your family member, you are really interconnected because it's like you're saving each other's family's lives. And so actually somebody from Legacy had this story where she donated it to a little girl and that person's family member donated it to her husband. It's
wow.
Beautiful
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Talk about karma in full circle. It's amazing.
Incredible. So they always say like connect to purpose, and it really is purposeful.
That's the ultimate giving.
They say it's the ultimate gift. Not only are we helping to save lives by raising this awareness, but we're also giving hope to these recipients. This is what you're really bringing into this world. You know, what can we leave behind? What legacy are we really leaving? You can't determine how our life ends, but you can definitely determine if you can make an impact after it does. And if you can't be a donor because you're not eligible, the intent is there. It makes you feel a little bit better about the type of life that you're living.
And just using the license plate is a way of helping by increasing awareness of the need for organ donors. It's so important because what we really need, as you said, is 100% donation. And I understand from the Legacy Donor Services Foundation website that one of the things they really need, and this is very important in South Florida, is Hispanic donors because they're underrepresented in the donation program.
And they have a greater risk of developing renal disease, and they're underrepresented on the registry list because Hispanics have more fear. You know, there's myths regarding donation.
One of the ones that I know a lot of people are concerned about is the religious aspect of donating organs. According to Legacy Donor Services, there is no religion that has anything that says you can't donate it.
Exactly. There isn't any. So if you have any religious doubt, you really should just check with your rabbi or your priest or whoever your spiritual leader is, because it has been approved by all major religious organizations. I mean, there's a famous rabbi quote about it that says basically it's like the ultimate mitzvah to be able to give the gift of life. And the Pope has approved it.
Life always comes first. That is the first priority. So what I want to do is direct our listeners to a couple of websites. First of all, LegacyDSFoundation.com. That's Legacy Donor Services. They're here in Florida. They've got offices in Miami. They service Dade, Broward, Palm Beach counties, our whole South Florida area. And of course, you must take a look at the Donate Life Florida license plate. And that website is?
DonateLifeFlorida.org.
DonateLifeFlorida.org. Lehi, I can't thank you enough for sharing your story. 5 years, you said, and yet still your son is ever present with you and will be for life.
He really is, and I'm sure he gives me like my source of strength for everything like this, which I know is so important to really help raise awareness for something that saves lives. And Ellen, thank you, and Cox Media Group for being so involved with our community, because by you putting this information out in the air, you're really letting the community know and raising awareness for a topic that is so important.
Yeah, and I know that people who are recipients of organ and tissue donations and their families. You know, it's not always a child whose life is saved. Sometimes it's a parent whose life is saved, or a sibling, or a best friend. Anyone who's important to you, if that donation is available for them, that impacts you as well. So, you know, it's a matter of all of us thinking of each other, and a simple, you know, register or support with the license plate, donatelifeflorida.org. Lehia Maranon, you are an incredibly strong person, and thank you again for advocating for this important service and for sharing your own story.
Thank you so much.